Okay, so this is Hound Dog Steve on 1st of July in Bob Cajun, and I just got my new loader of worm composted horse manure from Hugh. Very good it is too. This, as you can see, is so well composted. It is literally soil, and this is the kind of compost. This means it won't burn the roots of your plants. Okay, so since last we spoke, the onions have all sprouted, or I would say about 98% of them, and they would be up where I would imagine they should be by now. And we're going to see whether the mustard treatment worked, because the onions got affected last year too with the fusarium. Anyway, we have had an abundance of moisture come out of the sky, and here we are again, clouds rolling in. Yes, it's been a very wet year. And of course this is one of the bonuses of the raised beds. I don't know if you can see the soil that's been washed out by the rain down the side here, but you see any excess moisture or rain in these beds, you see, so this is also very loose. It's got moisture in there, but it is also not waterlogged. So you get that double bonus. You get the drainage in the wet periods, and you get the moisture from the wood underneath the soil in the dry times. Okay, so the potatoes are doing well. They're coming up. I can't believe how quickly they started to grow. And I'm wondering if the late planting is going to affect the potato bugs. I get some potato bugs here, not a lot. Actually, I've been getting fewer and fewer every year. And but a friend of mine said that he planted later one year, and it interrupted the cycle of the potato bug. So the daylilies are getting ready to burst, and there will be a display of orange in my garden. And I see that the tiger lilies are getting ready to flower, and the bee balm. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with that ivy, but it's certainly looking quite healthy, and it's grown quite a bit. Peas are doing well. Oh, look at that. First flower I've seen. I'll be eating peas soon. You know, I came in here the other day and I noticed, oh, look at that, they've gone. A robin's nest. Oops. I don't know if you can see that up there. Little robin's nest. Okay, so I got these beds turned over and cleaned up so the mustard can combine with the soil. And as I say, peas doing extremely well. I can't wait. I love these sugar snap peas, and they have a great double action going on here, because you can pick them early as a sort of sugar snap, and you can leave them, and they will fill up into a nice full pea pod. Garlic is doing well. Strawberries, I'm eating strawberries just about every day, but you got the race with the birds, no doubt about that. The asparagus is almost done. I see a few new spears coming up in the garden, but by and large that's basically done. And it's amazing how many bees you see getting around these little flowers. I wouldn't have thought a bee could have got much pollen out of a flower like that. Oh, look, there we are. The clown's crown. Bee balm. Okay, so the tomatoes have taken well. The peppers are doing well. You can see the onions that I filled in the spaces in between. And I think I mentioned before, the great thing about the raised bed is the incredible density in which you can plant. These are my peppers, 2 hot peppers right there. The herb garden is going absolutely crazy with all this moisture. Look at the oregano, I've never seen it that big and robust before now. Basil seems to have taken. You know, I always like to give basil up alongside another plant to give it a little bit of shade. These leaves are so sensitive that they can't take full sun, I've noticed. And look at that, the earwigs. Dill and lemon balm. Cilantro, my favourite. And seeing as it's a long weekend, I've got 3 days off, and so I am going to be building a frame and network around my berry bushes. You can see they're covered in berries. They will be about another week or so before they ripen up, and I think I'm going to beat the birds to it. Darn them. Look at those berries. And there's lots of moisture in the garden, so they will be nice, plump and juicy. This is my cauliflower and broccoli bed. They've taken well. Actually, I mean, that's one thing about the rain. It really does help them take. And, you know, a little bit of dull weather just helps them, you know, set those roots down. Now, I don't know if you can see, probably not. You might be able to see in this row. Let's see if I can bring us in a little closer. There we go, there's a few beets right there. Anyway, the beets are just starting to poke their heads through, and so is the lettuce. There you go, there you can see the lettuce starting up right there. Yes, I'm awfully late this year. The weather hasn't helped. And doing the mustard treatment held me up a little bit, but I would say, interestingly enough, considering how late it was I started the garden, things are looking really rather good. Look at that, there's my first pepper right there. Oh, look at that, my first tomatoes. Won't be long before I'm eating tomatoes and peppers. Oh yes, that's right. This is zucchini. Sorry, that is eggplant, 2 zucchini and 2 cucumber. And it looks like they've successfully survived the transplant. So I'm actually pretty happy with the garden right now. Well, I'm going to go get cleaned up, and I'm going out with a friend this evening for supper to celebrate Canada's 150th birthday. You know, this is a country, regardless of some of the difficulties and problems that we might face in this country, but I truly do love this country. It is probably one of the safest and best countries in the world to live in at this present time. And I'm glad that we are still able to discuss our differences without too much anger and upset. Okay, so this is Hound Dog Steve signing off. I'm just going to cover my manure and we'll be out of here. You have yourself a great weekend and happy birthday, Canada.